Yeah, yes, Dr. Ghazal, we are live, so you can begin. Yeah, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I hope everyone is joining. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me here for the FDP. This is actually an FDP of 4 days, 2 hours every day. We will be having this session. So basically, I'm going to take you through data visualization and story telling using Tableau. Now, as this name only suggests, what is Tableau? This is something which gives a curiosity in our mind, right? So first of all, I would love to thank you. I would love to thank all of you for joining me in this session, and I'm going to start this session. So basically, this is our Regenesis integrated model. This is the graduate attributes of Regenesis. Now, going ahead, yes. So, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Ghazal, and I'm senior facilitator here in Regenesis Business School. I've done my qualifications in computer applications, and I'm doing my doctorate also in the same field. I have the certification from Microsoft as a technology associate for database fundamentals, application development fundamentals, and HTML5 and CSS fundamentals. I have a wide 12 years of experience in this field of education with the area of specialization in data science, Tableau, Python, MySQL, visualization, and web technologies. Going ahead, yes, today we will be working with Tableau. Okay, may I hide this panel?
Ghazal, you can try to move them, like just drag them here and there. They are like
Hide it.
separate.
Okay. Okay. So we are going to start with the Tableau today, right? Now, when I'm talking about Tableau, uh, actually, this is a 4 days FDP where we are going to deal with like complete data visualization using Tableau. With the sessions, like I have already divided the content day wise. So we are going to have 4 days session. In the day first, which is today, we are going to cover the basics of Tableau with the installation and what is visualization. So first of all,
sorry to disturb you, Dr. Kazan. We're not seeing your slide. Visible now, visible now.
Okay. Dr. Sakib, we cannot hide this. Can we hide this panel? Or we can move only?
Double click of it. If it's happening on the double click, we can. If it is not, we cannot.
Okay, it's not working. Okay, no worries. So we have this content. I have already divided it into 4 sessions. Today we will be working on data visualization, Tableau installation, and I'll show you how to navigate with all the menus and content, and with, of course, the basics of Tableau. With this, with day 2, day 3, and day 4, I have covered totally practical part, which deals or which starts with loading of the data set, then using and creating the charts, applying filters on the data set, then some analytics, and of course, building the dashboards and story. So these are the 4 days content which we will be covering in this FDP. And with this FDP, we will be making various visualization, various analysis for the data set which we have. Now going ahead, for this day 1 today, which we have started, this is the content of the day which we are going to have. We will be working with data visualization. Then what are the benefits of data visualization? I'll introduce some Tableau products to you, and then we will finally go with the practical parts with the installation and navigation of the Tableau. So today we will be covering all this content. Now, basically, if I talk about the learning objectives, so we will be understanding the business intelligence and visualization with this FDP. We will be working on Tableau Public. So I'll be showing you what actually Tableau Public means. Then we will be learning how we can connect the data set and explore the data. So basically, like if we will be working on any of the data sets and we want to analyze it, we want to visualize it, there are various other applications, right? So now if let's say I want to present something, so I'm using an application which says PowerPoint, right? There are many other applications which we use for various other tasks, right? If I want to write an application, probably using Microsoft Word. If I want to store the data, I'll be using the Tableau format which we have in Excel sheets, right? So there are various other applications which we use for various tasks. And now in this learning objective, the third learning objective, we will be connecting those different data sets, different applications available in different data sets. We will be connecting it with the Tableau. Then we will create the basic visualization, and then after, of course, when we complete the visualization, when we perform the task, then we have to save it, and we have to publish it to Tableau Public. Okay, so this is the learning objective of complete FDP, 4 days FDP. Going ahead now, if I'm talking about data visualization or business intelligence, but first of all, let's understand why it is required for a faculty, why this faculty development program is required as for the Tableau. So every time whenever we do something, it is very much important to understand why we are doing it, right? So when we are working as a faculty, yes, with this Tableau, we enhance the teaching. For example, we can analyze the student performance. What we do with this is we can check all the students or other students who are at risk. Then we can work with Tableau for our research work. So as we know that faculty is a particular profession which completely deals with research to uncover the pattern, to get some insights from the data, whatever you have collected. So basically, you can do effective research with the help of Tableau. Then it is data driven decision. It gives you data driven decisions based on data. So whenever we want to take any decision, we'll not take it randomly, right? Or we have some base for that decision. So if we want to take some decision, maybe let's say, for example, we have found out 5 students which are at risk. So now for those students, those 5 students, what is the next decision we can take? Maybe some extra classes, maybe some extra study material, maybe some extra test. Okay, so that is the decision which we can take based on the data. So whatever data we have, whatever analysis we will do, based on that, we will perform the data driven decisions. And we can track those things. Okay, so these are the Tableau. These are the usage of Tableau, or we can say that is why we are work. We as a faculty needs Tableau. After all this, like of course, these are all related to the academics, right? But instead of other than that, we also need to maintain the industry standards also. So basically, top universities or business, they all uses Tableau for their visualization. So for matching those industry standards, also we need to understand what Tableau it is. So this is a basic idea why as a faculty we need Tableau. Going ahead, first of all, let's understand what is the history of Tableau, from where it started. So basically, it is founded in 2003, where an idea come up for the data which have the business related items. So maybe some data in Excel sheet, maybe some data in notes, maybe some data in reports. So all the data which we have in business, right? So there an idea come up how we can show this data in a visual way, in very clear way that gets clear interpretation. So this is an idea which come up with this three within these three friends, Chris, Pat, and Christian. So these are the three people who are the co-founder of Tableau. They have started this as a college project in Stanford. So this is particularly Tableau when it is started as a computer science project, which aimed to improve the flow of analysis and make the data accessible through visualization. So if I will give you a data in the form of Excel sheet where we have the rows and columns, and the rows goes beyond 1,000, 10,000, or even 50,000, then it is not that much feasible to see the data in tabular format. Instead of that, if we have that same data, 50,000, 50 lakhs data in any graph structure, so that would be more interpreted. That will give you more insights instead of the tabular format. So this Tableau, when it has started, this is started in 2003 as a computer science project, and it aimed to the more accessible through visualization. It aimed to the data which is more accessible through visualization. So these are the three co-founders who have developed the project, and then they filed a patent, and then it becomes a Tableau software. So this is a history for Tableau where these three persons, they created it as a simple project and then taken it to the patent and then becomes a software. Now, when I'm saying that any data which is in tabular format, if it is available in the bar chart or in a tabular in a pie chart or in any other graphs, then we use it for a Tableau, or it is more accessible, or it is more easy to interpret. Then the question comes here that everything which I am speaking is available in Excel also. And Excel is something which is from Microsoft and which is being used from so long. So if I'm talking about an Excel sheet which has a data and that needs to be converted into charts or graphs for better insights or interpretation, then it is already available in Excel. Then why the Tableau comes into picture? It's a good question, and yes, of course, every one of us is working on Excel, and now the Google Sheets are also available for online version. So if everything is already available, then why Tableau comes into the picture with the same thing? So the answer comes here is it's visual analysis. It is, of course, giving you the task which is already available in the Excel, but something which is not available in the Excel is visual analysis. So, for understanding this visual analysis, I'll just take you to some scenarios. Okay, so usually when I facilitate, always facilitate with some stories or some scenarios. So here you all are faculty today, but for me, you are the learners today. I'm also going to take you with some scenarios for understanding this term, which is visual analysis, which will clearly show you why I'm not going through the Excel or why I'm taking it to the Tableau. Okay. So now taking you to some scenarios, and then I will connect all those scenarios to give you an insight. Okay. So till now, whatever we have done is we have just seen that the contents, whatever we are going to cover in this 4 days FDP. Then we have seen the history of Tableau. And now we are seeing that if at all the things available in Excel, why we are using this Tableau. So the answer for that is visual analysis. And now for understanding this visual analysis, I am taking to some scenarios. So the scenario first is very general scenario. You go to any superstore or just a simple shop, right? Every business, even if it is a simple shop, it is a superstore, or if it is a big organization, MNC companies, they all deals with sales. They all deals with sales, right? The main business means what? Of course, selling the product. Business, when I talk about the term business, it means the first thing comes into the mind is sales, right? We are going to sell something. Then when we as an organization, if we are working on sales, then we need to record it. We need to keep the record for next step. Okay, for next decision, maybe to call to check for the inventory. If we are selling only, right, and we are not checking the inventory, then it may happen sometime. It may happen that we are in lack of the material, right? The customer will be on the tour, but we are not having the adequate material to sell, right? So for that purpose, of course, we need to keep the record of the sales. We are keeping it in Excel sheets, maybe in any database, or if I come now more technical, so maybe in the cloud, of course, right? Or cloud or APIs. There are various APIs or clouds available where we can store the data. So this is the first scenario where we as a superstore or we as an organization deals with sales, and then we will be storing it in such an applications. So now when I take this to second scenario, my second scenario is when we do sales, when we do business, of course, there is some point when we analyze it, right? Maybe at the end of the month, every 31st or every 30th of the month, we will check, we will keep an eye on the sales, and we collect all the data from maybe some Excel sheet, sometimes in from any databases or any cloud applications where we store it. So we collect the data from various applications, and then we give it to the analyst or data scientist. Now, this is the another person who is going to take care of our business. We as a businessman will not become the data scientist and data analysis. So what is our task as an organization? I need to collect my data, and then I have to give it to the specialist. Then, now the picture is in the hand of analyst and data scientist. So now what they do is this data scientist and analyst, they do some work on that data and get the insights. Based on that insights, they create some questions, and or for that questions they create the targets for the future. So now we, as a businessman, we need to keep an eye on the sales. We will collect the data, but then all the time as a business, we only need the improvement, the profits in my business. So for that, we hire the data scientist, and that those people will take the data, do take some insights from the analysis, and gives the answer to our questions, that what are the targets you can, right? Now taking this scenario ahead for the next level. So the targets which we have taken, the insights which we have taken, will be converted into some reports, some dashboards, and then for that target, we have to think what next to achieve that target. We have the insights, okay? We receive the insights according to the data scientist who we have hired. They have given the reports, dashboards, and targets, and now it's our decision to go to the next level, that how we can achieve that targets, right? So this is about scenario 3, wherein all the reports and insights comes into the picture, and the question arise here, what next? Now then this question goes to the senior colleagues of the organization. They take some decisions on the targets available and create some strategies. These senior colleagues creates some strategies to achieve these targets. Now, when we go ahead, these targets and strategies will go to the managers now. Will go to the managers now. And then when managers will allow to go ahead with these strategies, then we can follow those things. So basically, we have started with very small superstore part, and from that superstore we have collected the data, we have given it to data scientists. They have created some insights, and based on that insights, they have uh, created some targets. Then the senior colleagues have created some strategies, and those strategies are now coming to the managers. Okay. Now, finally, after this managers takes the actions. This is actually the business role. This is actually the action where the business will take you up or down. So the actions now is maybe to give some offers, maybe festive season sale, maybe some offers, okay? And then again, how it affects on sales, that needs to be monitored again. That needs, we are again going to keep an eye on the sales after applying these actions. All the offers, all the sales, or whatever the actions generated here, that actions needs to be monitored again with the sales on. So these are the 6 scenarios of a business where everything comes into the picture, and which will lead you to the profit if that actions are correct. So now if all 6 comes together, this creates analytics and business intelligence. So you can see that we have started from here, which is a superstore. Then we have check it sales, and we have taken the data in various applications. Then we pass it to the for the analysis to the data scientist. They have given some targets, and from there we pass it to the senior colleagues, and then to the managers. They have taken the actions, and we have again checking the sales. So this is the complete process which goes on for every seasons, for every sales, and for every decisions. This is what the business intelligence, this is what the analytics is. Now, when I'm talking about the word intelligence, this is very widely used nowadays. Wherever we apply this word, it becomes that intelligence. So we have seen it with computer intelligence, artificial intelligence, and now if I'm connecting it with business, it becomes the business intelligence, where I am making my business more intelligent by giving the brain, okay, by giving some actions, by giving some, or by checking the effects of those actions. I'm making an intelligence, I'm making my business more intelligent to make more profit, to make more business. So this is what about the analytics and business intelligence comes into the picture. Now, if I use it, okay, you can see all this connected. Here we have the transactions which are stored. We have analyzed the data. We have shared the insights, decisions made, and outcomes monitored. So these are all the process of business. This is actually the process of business. So we can say it as what are the process of business. So you can say 5 steps where we can see here is transaction stored, then data analyzed, then insights shared, decision made, and outcome monitored. So these are the business steps which we have to follow for making my business more intelligent, more profitable, right? So this is the business steps. Now, this is the business step, and I'm making it more elaborate in the next slide. So now you can see I'm using some Tableau platform here, which you can see that with the business processes, I am comparing it with the Tableau platform. So transactions stored, when we want to store the transactions, we use for if I use any business process, we use it in the files or folders or notebooks, and then we can use the our means of transportation, and then in that case we can you do the transactions. In Tableau platform, we use the databases and different file types which we can use for getting the data. Then we have to analyze the data. For analyzing, we have to prepare the data first. Now, sometimes it may happen if I'm using a data, if I'm maintaining the data, it may happen that data can be double. Data may be miss. It may happen. Like suppose, for example, for today's, I have done 10 deals. So out of those 10 deals, I have put or I have noted only 9. The 10th maybe I have missed. So we have to clean the data. We have to check if any data is missing. If any data may be doubled, right? So this is the data cleaning process which we have to perform. Then for analysis, yes, we have to connect it. This is actually the process of Tableau from where we have to start. So as I have already told you that we have various applications. So we have, for example, suppose we have a data which is stored in any database. Maybe for simple, we have an Excel sheet. Now that Excel sheet is a different application, and when we are talking about Tableau, this is a different application. So how this data will come here in this Tableau application? There comes the connections. There comes the connectivity. So this from here we are going to actually start the connection of our data set into Tableau platform, and then from there we perform it from for various Tableau versions. Now there are various Tableau versions. When we do connections, of course, from any other data applications to this applications, there needs some safety, security. So all those tools, the safety, even the collaboration of one application to another application, that needs to be there. So all those things is now available with the available Tableau platforms. So we have different Tableau platforms which will be available for connectivity, for your public use, for collaboration, for safety usage, and of course for online and offline, even for mobiles also. So these are the Tableau platforms which are available as a Tableau products. So now you can see we have the 6 Tableau products available with us, which is a Tableau desktop, Tableau online, server, prep, then for mobile and public. So if I'm talking about Tableau desktop, it is used for the development and publishing the visualization. For prep, it will give you a clean, shaped, and prepare the data. If I'm talking about the server, it shares the dashboard within the organizations. So it is working as a server where we are not working on any one machine. We will be sharing it with different machines within the organization. So there we can use Tableau server. When I'm talking about Tableau online, it has various cloud-based platforms for sharing. Then Tableau public. This is actually a free platform to share your data stories, to share your analysis, to share your work. And even for learning purpose also we use this Tableau public, because it is first thing, it is free platform, and next it gives you very much insight, a good uh, GUI platform, and which will even share your data to public. Okay, so if you create something with this public Tableau public, it creates, it gives you insights, and it when you save it, it save it on the public so that other people also can see your work. Then we have the another product is Tableau Mobile, which is a platform to work on mobiles. So these are the Tableau products which are available, and we will be working on this Tableau public. As I have already told you, it is free, it is good for learning purpose, and here we can share our insights also to the public. So we will be working with Tableau public. Now, as I have already told you, what actually business intelligence and why we have only Tableau. So important that there is not only Tableau which with which we can say we are doing business intelligence, but there are other top 5 BI tools also available in the market for your visualization. So we have Power BI, we have SAP, we have Click. All these are also available for your as a BI tool for data visualization. And when I'm talking about intelligence, it will give you the reports, it will give you the dashboards, It will identify the trends and insights. That's why it is called business intelligence. That's why we use it, a terminology which is BI. And now, if I am using this as a BI, this is data driven decision making, wherein data is we take the data, we drive the data from any other application, and then with that we make some decision. So BI is actually, it refers to data driven decision making, wherein we use the visualization, we see the dashboards, we see the reports for making or for growing the business. So these are the top five BI tools which we have. We are working on this Tableau today. And now for visualization, yes. So visualization, now with this explanation or with the scenarios which I have given, the story which I have taken for you, I hope that you are very much understood that what visualization means. So something which is very much easily understood, that is based on graphical representation. We as a human very easily understand the image instead of the numbers, instead of the tables and columns or data. So when we have the graphical representation of any information, that is more clearly understood. So when we use the visual elements, something like charts, graphs, maps, all those things, it will be very easy to access the data. Now, when I'm talking about a map, a very used to application which we have is the Google Maps nowadays. Anywhere when we want to go to the new place, we are not worrying where we have to go. Previously we used to take the maps, we draw the maps and we take, okay, after one circle we have to go to left and then the right, and then we have to go 500 meters again. So that is something which we used prior, but now the Google Maps entirely changed the picture. It gives you a data visualization. It is a visualization tool where we actually see the map, the roads, the buildings, even the congestions in the road. We are able to get the things, even the traffics we can get. Before going to that place, we get the details of how much time we actually need to get to that place. So that is the visualization. Instead of, like, when we see that map, it is very easy to understand, very easily created, because it helps, it is using the graphical representation. So that's why it is easy to understand, it is easily acceptable, and now widely used. Instead of that map, if something which is available um, in numbers or in tabular format, in rows and column formats, which is a big data, it is not that much accessible, or that much, it will not give that much insights as compared to the actual map. So this is a graphical representation wherein I have given you an example of Google Maps for the data visualization, which we usually used, and without knowing any the place, we are ready to go to that place with the help of the map. So this is actually the data visualization. There are various techniques for analysis, and you can generate the reports and deliver the reports. So this is about visualization, which helps in understanding your data quickly, identify different patterns and trends, and it is easy in the form when you want to get into when you want to explain the data. It is easy when you explain in the form of story. So, for example, if I want to compare the sales over different months using the bar chart, so that will be very easy. If I give you the detail of both the months, okay, or let's say 5 months detail, if I have in an Excel format, if I give you that Excel sheet with different 5 months sheets, okay, first month, second month, third, fourth, and five. So there's 5 sheets which have different data for sales. Instead of that, if I have a graph which will give you 5 months data detail comparison. So instead of this, of course, we will prefer this, which will give you easy insights, which will which will understand the data quickly. So that is why the data visualization is required. So why I have focused more on this word why. Before starting also I have shown you why it is important for faculty, and right now also I have taken it why the data visualization. So then the word why is very much important, and whenever we do something it is very much important to understand why we are doing it. If I'm eating something, it means I'm hungry, that's why I'm eating. Okay, if I'm sleeping, it means I need to take rest. That's why I am sleeping. So, why is very important to understand the learning, why we are learning this thing, why we are using this thing. So, understanding data quickly, of course, taking or identifying various patterns, taking this data driven way for understanding my business more easily. So what are the benefits of this is making huge data digestible, greater accessibility, efficiency, generating insights, and of course the patterns and trends. So now if I come towards the Tableau, we are now set to understand the Tableau because we are well set with the data visualization and business intelligence process. So now for doing this data visualization or doing this business intelligence, we have a tool here which is a BI tool. We call it business intelligence tool, that is a Tableau. And here I am going to take Tableau for you as as a tool for visualization. So this is a data visualization leader. Out of all the business intelligence tool, we have Tableau, which is a top platform available for the business intelligence. One important feature why it is widely used is, of course, because it is freely available and you can connect to the public using the Tableau public. Then we have data source connectivity. This is the very much important part for any BI tool because we need to connect our data with the application. So connection is very much important because the data set is in another application, maybe in Excel, and we have to do the data visualization in another application that is in Tableau. So data source connectivity is very much important. It connects the spreadsheets, it connects the databases, and even it connects your cloud services also. So if you have your data on cloud, it will connect it, or also you will also connect it with the tab. Then it has the interactive dashboards which will create a drag and drop and no coding required for it. Now if I'm talking about dashboards, what actually this dashboard means? Usually, a simple example, we have a car dashboard. In our four wheelers, we have a car dashboards, right? So, in that dashboard, what we have everything there. We can control, we can see everything for my car in that dashboard. We can see the seat belts, the bells, then we can see the fuel, then speed and brakes, everything is available on that dashboard. So dashboard means if you want to check multiple things together at one place, you can create it with the Tableau. So here in the example, here this picture also you can see that here multiple things you are getting. Okay, so one chart, second chart, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Eight charts all together on one screen. So that is nothing but the dashboard where you are already visualizing the things one by one, but you are taking together everything in one window. So that is nothing but the dashboards. So you can create interactive dashboards with the Tableau, and for that, of course, no code required. Then we have industry recognition. Yes, this industry recognition is available for Tableau. We have two basic, widely used platforms for Tableau, which is Tableau Public and Tableau Desktop. So, as I have already told you, we will be working with this public because, of course, it is free of cost and it is good for learning purpose. Now, here we have the comparison for Tableau Public and Desktop. We have to pay for the subscription of a desktop. We have um, like we can connect the data sources here. We can connect limited sources for public, wherein we can have Excel sheets, Google sheets. But when we want to connect it with cloud services or any APIs or databases, for that we have to take the desktop service. Then yes, we can save the file. Then we have a limited multi-source connection in public, whereas we have full capability for desktop. And we can save it on local machines. So for desktop, we can save it on local, but for public, we cannot save it on our machine. We have to publish it on the Tableau public websites only. So this is the this is the difference of two major platforms which Tableau have. So I hope that till this point everyone is well clear what we are about to do. I know that many of you are from non-technical background. That's why I have already told you that whatever we are doing is no code tool. No coding, no programming skills are required. This is a drag and drop application. So we are using it for our business intelligence. We create the visualization, and using this Tableau, we will get the insights. Okay. So now let's finish this theory part and get into the practical parts and start with the installation. So for this, I am going to take you to the Google. I want everyone to do it with me. All of you, please start your Google. All of you, please go to your browser and on Google search, search for Tableau software. Yes, search for Tableau software. Now you can see this. If you can see the image, you can see this is this logo of Tableau, which says plus, 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 plus. It means only growth, only growth, only increment. Okay. And such kind of dashboards and graphs you can create with Tableau. So now when you click on Google, when you go to Google and you click on Tableau, you just type Tableau download, okay, and you type Tableau public download and go to that first link. All of you go to the first link, or I'll give you the link to download. Just put it on the chat box. So I have posted a link on the chat box for download it. This is the official website of Tableau. This Tableau is from Salesforce, and it is the official website. You can see here various products are available, and customers, the solutions, resources, and of course the pricing. So you can see this window with when you click on this link which I have shared on the chat box, you can see that you are here on this window, on this web page. Now, when you are on this web page, you can see a form, right? I hope everyone is able to see the form. This is a form where you have to create your login. So just give your information, your first name, last name, email address, role, why you want it for as a personal use, or you are a searcher, you are an educator or a student, you can choose anything and just select the country, click on download the app. So what you will do is, I'm just giving you two seconds to fill this form. Please, everyone, fill this form and click on download the app. 2 to 3 seconds for you. Please do it quickly. I want you all to please do it because from now we will be working only practical. So it is very important that it needs to be installed on your system. So it hardly take 5 minutes for the installation. So all of you please fill this form and download the app. You can see, you can take any role and then say download the app. Yes, you can see once once you are done with clicking on that, it will give you a thank you message that thank you for downloading the Tableau Desktop Public Edition. Okay, and you can go to the downloads wherever your downloads are available. You can go to those downloads and see that your download is available. Okay, so once you can see it is downloaded, I hope everyone done.
Dr. Gatal, there's one query in the chat window that is it a trial that we are installing?
No, it's not a trial. It's a Tableau public. We are working on that public only. This is an app. This is an application. The link which I have sent. This is an application. We are going to do it right away. It is not a trial. We are going to install it.
Okay. Thank you.
So I hope everyone done it. You will receive this download the app button. You have to click on that button. It will be available in your downloads and you have to install it. Okay, so you will experience this form, download the app, and then you have to install it.
Dr. Ghazal, this will work on both Mac and Windows operating system?
Yes, it will work for both.
Thank you.
And if it is not working, you can see when you download it, here you are getting a link for Mac. So if it is not working, then you can try again for Mac, Intel, and Apple application. So once you download, please do the installation. It's a simple installation, just we do for any other application. Double click on it, it will go next, and then it will finish. So it is very simple uh, installation. And once you are done, you can see, you can launch it as a Tableau. You can see it in your start button like this, Tableau public your version. So if you are doing it right now, maybe the version is not 2024, maybe you are doing it recently, so its version is new. At my end, it is 2024.3.
Yeah, we are getting 20 to 25.1.
Okay. Yes. So I hope everyone is done, right? Just a simple installation. It will do. You have to download it after filling a form. Once you download it, it will come in your downloads, and you have to double click for the installation. A very simple installation, just a wizard to go with next, and finish. Once it is done, you can see it in the run button, Tableau. When you type Tableau, you can see this Tableau public with the word.
Dr. Preeti, there are, I mean, still installation is going on for some. So if you could wait for some
We will
time.
wait for, yes, we will wait for some minute. Okay, so it's still, some people are still doing it. This is a very simple installation which we usually do with any other applications or any other softwares. Just double click, execute that executable file which you have downloaded, and then with a wizard of next, and finish, you will download or you will install it. If someone is using Mac or other if Mac Intel or Mac Apple, so you can click here, so you will get that downloadable file. Now with this, okay, let's take a pause for 2 more minutes. Yes, the version you will have is 2025 one. You have to simply fill this form and click on download the app. This will download the app in your downloads. You have to take it from there, double click on it for the installation, and with simple wizard it will get installed. We have to check whether it is installed or not. So for that, go to run and just type and see Tableau. You can see this logo with 9 plus available, and you have to just double click on it.
Dr. Ghazal, in some cases it's asking to restart the computer. So should there's a message from
There is a button of restart later, so you can restart later also, no issues.
All right. And there's one question from Dr. Suchi, how to download it for the Mac, which you have already addressed. Yeah.
Yes.
That should be fine. Dr. Shuchi, when you click it on the Mac, the reason why I'm telling you this because I'm also downloading it on the Mac. So the pop-up that is coming is that we can't identify the correct download for you. Exactly below it, we have that choose from the following version to begin the download. So I mean that if you have Intel or you have Apple Silicon, you just click on that link and it's giving you the option to download.
Thank you, Dr. Suchi, for the question. Thank you, Dr. Saki, for assisting. So I hope now everyone is on this window.
There's one more query from Lala. Which app do I select to download between Word, Medley, and Adobe?
Which app do I select to download? I'm not asked to download these applications. Lala, could you please elaborate your question? We will be using Excel, Microsoft Excel for dataset, and Tableau, which we are doing right now. So we will be using both the application. Other than that, we are not going to we are not requiring any Adobe or Word or Mati. So now, everyone, those who are done with the installation, could you please post done on the chat box? So let's see how many of you have done it. Please post a quick done. Okay, thank you, Tanvi. Thank you, Tarun. Thank you, Dr. Cornels. Okay, so many done, right? I am getting yes from many of you. I am giving time on this particular point because it is very much required that this software must be in your system for going ahead for this 4 days FDP, because we are going to work on this application. That's why it is very much important that it should be in your system. If anybody is still remaining, please take your time and do the installation. We will be going ahead, we will be working on this application only from here. So many yes, many done I have already received. Thank you so much everyone for doing the installation and posting it on the chat box. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead now. What I'm doing is I'm again closing my window, quick window of Tableau. And for everyone, I'm again starting it from the start. So let's see here. Till now, whatever we have done, I'll give you a quick recap. Till that, others, if they have not done the installation, they will also do. So till now, whatever we have done is we have understood what is visualization with a quick scenario of six scenarios I have given. With that, we have understood what is analysis, what is visualization, and why we are using this Tableau for making my business more intelligent. So that's why it is also called business intelligence too. For this Tableau, we have 6 various platforms which we can have for various purposes. We will be working on Tableau Public for this particular FDP, wherein it is free of cost and it is good for the learning step. And we are able to publish our work for other public also. So if you do something, even every one of us will be able to see that work, whatever we have done. Now, after this introduction of Tableau and Tableau platform, we have started with the installation. For installation, I have shown you the official website of Tableau, wherein we have done the downloads, and then after downloading, we have done the installation also. So till this point, all are on the same page. Now let's go ahead. I'm just starting my Tableau from my run. Okay, so here Tableau public. Okay, I'm just starting it. I'm opening it. So you can see here Tableau public is already started, right? So this is the first look and feel of your Tableau, right? This is the look and feel of your first window, or we can say that the first dashboard, okay, the first window of your Tableau. Now here you can see we have three menus on the top: file menu, then we have data, and then we have help. So very important that we have is a file, where we have a new and open option. If we want to perform any new application, then we can use the new from the file. And if we want to open any application, we go for open option from file. Other than that, for help, we have other details related to the help. If you want to get any support, you can take the help of this help menu. Going ahead now, here in this left pen, this is the left pen. From this left pen, you can see the first word which is available is connect. The first word which is available is connect. So as I have told you, we cannot do anything on Tableau alone if we cannot have the data set. If we are not having data set, we are not able to perform anything on the Tableau. So basically, that's why I have told you that Tableau is a tool on which we will be working with our data set to get the insights, to get the data visualizations. So for that, we need to connect our data set with this application. And that data set may be in any other application. Sometimes we store it in Excel sheet, sometimes we store it in a text format, sometimes any JSON file we have some database which is in Access, Microsoft Access. We may have some files or data in PDF format. So all these are the file types which we can connect. And these are only the files, but sometimes if you connect it with the server, sometimes the file is on the server. So you can also connect it to a server with these options. Right? So here what we are doing is we are connecting the data set which is in any other format, any other application. We have to connect it and provide that data set here in this Tableau application so that we can get the insights, we can perform the visualization. So now, for example, just again, I'll take you to the Google. All of you again come with me to the Google. Now on this Google, of course, for working or for understanding, we need some data set, right? So very simple and very widely used data set which we have for Tableau is sample superstore data set. You can type this sample superstore data set and just press enter. This is a data set which is widely used almost for all the application, for all the learning tutorials or videos. You can see that this is widely used and it is recommended from Tableau only. So you can say the sample superstore data set, which is now available on the Tableau official websites only, with uh, different other platforms also. So it is available on Kaggle, it is available on Tableau official website also. So you can just click on Tableau link, first link, sample superstore sales, the very first link. And from there, you can see you will get a database here, Excel sheet. This is an Excel sheet on that page. What I have done is I have typed a query on a Google, sample superstore dataset. That sample superstore dataset is available on Tableau website, official website also. So we have just clicked in. And from here, when you scroll down, sample superstore sales dot excel file, XLS, you can see. So this is a file which is available for downloading also. So this is a downloadable file. I want you all to please download this by clicking on that arrow, and you can see this is getting downloaded. So what it will do, it will just download an Excel sheet which is sample superstore dataset. Now for all of you, I'm just opening this data set. This is an Excel file, so it is opening in an application which is Microsoft Excel. And you can see this application and you can see the data which I have here. Now this is an example, okay? This is a sample example how you have a data set and how you can connect it to the Tableau. Okay? So now see, when I am taking this particular data set, okay, you can see we have row ID, we have order ID, order date, ship date, ship mode. So all these are available. Okay, all these are the columns which are available, which are 21 columns. And as I have told you that for small data, it is okay to work on Excel to get the graphs and charts on Excel for the small data. But now if you can see the data which I have here is means the records. So you can see the row in this is around 10,994 rows. Yes, this is around 10,000 records which I have in this file. And if I tell you to give me the insights on this data, looking on this rows and column format, it is very much impossible to give any insights only with this Tableau format. If I am asking, okay, just give me that here in this K column, I'm taking the state California. Okay, so if I'm asking, okay, give me the details of the sales, I'm doing it in California. So I'm not able to give it right now with this Excel sheet. For that, I need a tool for my requirement. And that tool is nothing but the Tableau tool, wherein I am going to get all the answers of such kind of questions. So what I need to do is I need to connect my Excel sheet with my Tableau. So I have to connect my Excel sheet with the Tableau. And I hope that now everyone is well understood what data we have in this Excel sheet. And if you can see here, down in the same sheet, we have other two more sheets. One is for returns and one is for people. So when I am taking this Excel sheet into my Tableau, I'll be taking all these three sheets. orders, returns, and people. All these three will be there in the Tableau. So now let's do the connection first, and then I'll show you again more data sets or the shells. Okay, I'll introduce the platform. So very first thing that we have to do is the connection, because without connection we cannot get into the main window. So what is the second task we are doing? First practical task that we have done is the installation. Now, second practical task that we are doing right now is connection of your data set with this tab. So your data set is in Excel, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on Microsoft Excel, and from here, what I'm doing is I'm just going to my folder where I have downloaded it, and I have to select that file. So everyone, all of you, just do it with me. Click on Microsoft Excel. You'll get the dialog box, this wizard. Now from this dialog box, you have to go to that place wherever it is downloaded. Maybe it in your download folder, or you can do one thing. You just create one folder for this FDP, because so many things we will be doing. So just create one folder of FDP and put all those things in that folder. So just select that sample superstore and open. Click on open. So everyone just look here. When I'm clicking on open, please see what happens. I'm clicking on open, and you can see I'm not doing anything. It is just processing my request and executing my query for connecting my Excel sheet to this Tableau application. It is executing my request for doing connections. I'm not doing anything. I've just clicked on connect, selected the tab, my data set, which is sample superstore, and clicked on OK. It executed my query, it connected my query, and now the entire window, the entire look and feel of Tableau is now in front of you. So now, as I have already told you, then in that Excel sheet, you have three sheets, that is orders, people, and returns. So you can see all these three sheets are available here. And we have connections now with this sample superstore. This is the left pen which we say for the information. We say it a data source pen. This is a data source pen. You can see down here. Okay, so this is a data source pen where you can see the connections of your data sets and the sheets which are available in data sets. You can see here all the sheets are available. Okay, so this is the first look and feel of your Tableau screen. Here you can see we have the window options, we have the data options and file, okay, for saving and opening the data. And now the main pans which we have is this, the sheets. Now you can see the dashboards, and the third one is the story. I hope it is visible to everyone. Here we have the first plus is the new worksheet. The again next plus is for the new dashboard, and the third one is for new story. Okay, so I'll just take you one by one for the for giving the introduction of all these pens. So first of all, we have the data pen where the data sets are stored. Okay, the left pen, which we say data source. Then we have sheets where we create the visualizations. In that, we have rows and columns wherein we have to drag the fields to create the visuals. And then we have some toolbars for save, undo, redo, and format. This is the interface of Tableau, which we are exploring now. We have Tableau installed in our system. We have connected the data set with Tableau, and now we are exploring the interface. So we have first is the data pen, where in the left side we are checking for the data sets which we have connected. Then we have the sheets for visualizations. We have columns and rows for whatever columns. Now in the data sets you have seen we have 23 columns. So for example, when I have asked you a question, I have taken the example for state. Okay, state California. So the column is state. Now based on such requirement, or based on the whatever requirement I have, I need to choose the columns, I need to choose the rows, and that I have to drag and drop to check the visualizations. Then we have the toolbars for save, undo, redo, and format. So you can see this is Tableau GUI and navigation. So from here, you can connect the data, what we have done right now with the Excel connection. Then afterwards, once it gets connected, all your connections comes here. So orders, people, and return, you can see it is here. Now, I'll just take you how you can see or how you can take the data from your Excel sheet. Now it is connected, right? It is here in this Tableau. But from here also, which file, which sheet I have to take, right? Because we already work, we are having three sheets: order, people, and returns. Now, if I want to work on orders, so how I can take that sheet for my work, for my dashboards, for my story? So you can see, as I've already told you, I'm not going to do any code. It is just drag and drop. So you can see here, it is given drag the tables here to create a data model. It will create a data model when you drag the table of your requirement, of your choice here in this area. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking orders, dragging and dropping it here. So just dragging and dropping it here. I'm not doing anything. I just dragged and dropped it. So once I dragged and dropped it, you can see all these things which we have in that orders. Now the magic is done, and you can see all those things: the order ID, order date, ship mode, all those records with this 9994 rows. Everything available is now here. All those things, the countries, the ship date, shipment, orders, everything, all those records, 9994 records, which we have seen in my Excel sheet, which was there in my data set, is now available in my Tableau for the visualization. So I hope that till this point, everyone is well understood. What we have done, we have just connected the Excel sheet with connections, and then we have taken one sheet out of those three sheets. We have taken one sheet, we have dragged it and dropped it here in the open space. When I have done it, you can see a sheet has been this particular orders whatever data we have in the orders is now available here in this part also. Okay. Now the next interface which we have is sheets. So now I've just click on sheets. Everything which we was seeing till now is on data source. This pen, data source pen, where we see the details about data, what data I have used, what can we like which data set I have connected, which sheet I have taken, and what is the record available in that sheet. So you can see the data which I have in the Excel sheet is now connected in this Tableau. And for doing the next part, we will have to understand the interface again, next interface. So this is just one window where we are checking for the data source, only one window. Now the same type of three windows are available. The first is the worksheet, second is the dashboard, and third is the news story. So I'll take this one by one. So first is this sheet. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking here on sheet, and you can see this is the look and feel which I'm getting now. So many things you can see here. Menus are also increased for your help, for your work, for your analysis. And here the short menus are also available. Now the data which we have connected, all those data is now available here in this data pen. So you can see the columns which we have, all those columns: postal code, country, customer ID, customer name, discount, profit, quantity, sales, everything is available now here. All the columns which we have in our data set is now available here in my left pen.
Uh, Sorry to disturb you, Dr. Ghazal. There's one query in the chat window from Dr. Karnil. What is news story for?
Yes, so news story, like we will be going to that point right now, Dr. Kernels. So news to I'm just taking one by one. We will go for the sheet first, then I'll go for the dashboard, and I'll taking the news story also. So
also, Dr. Shuchi is of the opinion, and if you could give 5 minutes to them to upload the data source.
Okay.
They can.
Okay, so we'll take a pause. I'll just quickly give you a recap till then, everyone. Uh, I hope everyone downloaded that Excel sheet. And once it gets downloaded, you have to connect it, open the Tableau, and from there, click on connect, give the source wherever it is stored in your system, and open it. Dr. Shuchi, do you want me to do it once again for you?
Dr. Rajeshri has one query, Dr. Ghazal, in the chat window.
Okay, Dr. Shuchi is saying no, I have completed. Thank you. Could you please share the data set once again? Okay, Dr. Rajeshri, so for you, just go to Google, and on Google, type sample superstore dataset. Type sample superstore dataset, and this will give you various links, but you can go to the first link, which is official Tableau link. And from there, when you click on it, you just scroll down, you will get an Excel sheet, downloadable Excel sheet. So you can download it from here, sample superstore. It is recommended Excel sheet, which Tableau also recommended for practice, for learning purpose. So that's why we are using the same sample superstore. You can download it from here. Yes, everyone done? Connectivity. Lisa, could you please elaborate your question? Please show how to get this correct visual screen. Uh, we are working on Tableau, the one which we have downloaded. We are working on this screen only, right? So this is for now, for this session. We are working on this screen, and we will getting the visualization here only. But for that, we have to just we will have to be patient for some time. We'll get the visualization part here only. We are now connecting the data set with the Tableau and understanding the interface. Yes, I hope everyone connected it. Okay, so what I do is quickly I'll take it again. I'm closing everything from my side. I've closed my Tableau again. What I'm doing is I'm starting my Tableau once again. I have downloaded the sample superstore. Everyone, please just check it if anyone is missing any point. So from here, you can see this is the look and feel of your Tableau interface. Now from here, we have the data set in Excel sheet. So I am just clicking on Microsoft Excel for connection. And clicking on this, you can see I have saved my data set in Excel sheet. I'm clicking it and I'm opening it. Once I'm done with the connection, it executes my query. It will take hardly 2 to 3 seconds. It processes my request of connection, my Excel sheet with the Tableau, and then the Excel sheet which I have is now connected with this Tableau public. Now I have these 3 sheets: orders, people, returns. Now these 3 sheets, out of these 3 sheets, whatever, if I feel I need to connect with people, I need to connect with the returns, or I need to work on visualization for orders, so any of this I can just drag it and drop it here. This tool, this Tableau tool, is clearly drag and drop tool. We are not going to code it. So here also you can see that it is saying drag tables here to create the data model. So what we are doing is we are just dragging one of the sheet, let's say orders, and I'm dragging and dropping it here. When I am dragged and dropped it here, you can see all the columns and all the rows which we were having before in our sheet, in my data set, is now available here in Tableau. You can see this columns with all around 10,000 records are available. So what we have done is we have connected the Tableau and the data set, and we are now ready to work, ready to visualize. Yes. So now after that, here we have 3 important windows. First is new worksheet, then new dashboard, and new stories. I'll be taking one by one. I'll show you the interface now. And this one is the data source, which we are already seeing. So now the first one, which is this worksheet, I'm clicking on that, and you can see the sheet which I have is in this interface. So all the data or all the columns which is available in the data set orders sheet is now available here in this left pane of my sheet. And here I have some different pens. So I'm going to introduce this. This is a column pen. This is a rows pen. You can drop your field whatever you want in column. So now when we draw a graph, right, when we want to visualize it, when we create a graph, we create it in the form of rows and columns, right? We have some in x-axis, some in y, some values in y-axis. So what I need to put it in the rows and what I need to put it in the columns, I can select it from here and drag and drop it here. Again, this, like by doing all those things, when you put the specific columns or specific entity in any column or rows, you will get some visualization effect here. This particular area is called shelves. Okay, I'll just take you to this part of navigation. So you can see here, this is GUI and navigation part, wherein all these three sheets are available, and I have dragged it, and you can see the data source tab is this. Now, after that, we have sheets in the Tableau. So you can see these are the sheets which we have just now seen. After that, you just see all I have labeled properly for you to understand clearly. So first is A, which is the sidebar, left pen sidebar, where we have all the details, all the columns of our data sets, which is categories, cities, customer ID, product name, shipment, details, profit, sales, everything what we have in that columns, everything we will be receiving here in A pen, which is the sidebar. Then we have the shelves, which is this B, where we have the columns and rows. This is called the shelves. After that, the C is nothing but the view. We call this area as a view, where we actually view our visualization. Whatever graph we create, whatever charts, maybe pie chart, bar chart, line chart, everything we can see here in this C, which is the view. This part is the view part. Then afterwards, we have the filters tab, this D. So now, whenever we want to get the insights, that insights can be any insights. We cannot restrict it. So for example, I have given you an example this in starting that we have to, we as a faculty, we analyze the students to whom we need to give some extra classes. So those needs to be filtered. Those students needs to be filtered, right? So that instead of all the students' name, I need some filter. Maybe, for example, let's say those who have scored less than 50% marks. That is my filter for the data set related to student. Now here in this is a total business related scenario wherein I have the shipment details, profit, discounts, everything. So for this, it may happen that the filter will be for the products which is having which have the profit 50%. So that is the filters. Filters means something from very much information. I need to filter only some amount or some particular data which I need. So all those filters I can apply here in this D part. Then the very much important which we have for giving the effects to your visualization charts is the marks. This window, E window. This is what the marks window. From here, you can give the colors, size, you can create the text, write something on the visualization chart, you can give the details, even the tool tips. So you can give the visualization impact from this marks pen. So the one GUI or one interface that we was watching before, that has this 5 important pens which covers the sidebar, the shelves wherein we have the rows and columns. Then we have the view where we actually view our data or where we actually view our visualization. Then we have the filters tab, which is D part. And then we have the mark, which is E part. Going ahead, we have the dashboards in Tableau. So you can see, again, I can go here. See, this is the filters, the marks. This is the C, which is view. This is shells. Okay. So this is a particular interface for your sheet. Going towards the dashboard now. New dashboard. So I'm just clicking on that. When I'm clicking on that, you can see this is a dashboard pen. Now here, I'm not having any rows and columns part. Why? Because here I'm not creating the charts. Charts are only created in the sheets. This sheet, you can create more sheets. Okay, 1 sheet, 2 sheets, 3 sheets. Just click there, you can create new sheets. If you want 3 data visualizations, graph, so create 3 sheets for that. You can get here 3 views, 1, 2, and 3. But now what about dashboard? So now you can see here on dashboard, we are not having the rows and columns. What we are having here is the sheets. Yes. Before this, when we were on the sheets, there we have the data for which we have to do the visualization. Once we did the visualization, then the next thing comes is the dashboard, wherein we are not going to deal with the actual data sets. But instead of that, we will be working on the sheets which we created. We will be working on the graphs in that sheets which we have created. So you can create, like for here, you can see I have created 3 sheets. So you can see 3 sheets are available here. You can drag and drop the sheets here to get your dashboard, to create your dashboard. And similarly, the last one, which is Dr. Kernel's here for you, is the news story. Now, when I'm clicking on news story, you can see here I'm getting the left pen, which is updated now with the story and layout. And then you can see again here also I'm not having any rows and columns, but instead, other than that rows and columns, I have the sheets plus the dashboard also. So combiningly all together, I'll be having a story. So from where we have started is just the connection of a data source. And then we have created separate visualization. Then it may happen that we need to create the dashboard for some presentation, maybe not at, we don't want to show the sheets separately, but we want to show it in the dashboard format. So then for that we use this dashboard format. And then the last one, which is the story. Now you can see when I use this story, you can have the caption here. One, then second, then third, then fourth, and so on. So right now, as I have taken the scenarios, 6 scenarios, you can even create the stories which will take or give you the insights while presenting your data. So maybe for 5 years data you want to visualize the data for 5 years, so you can show the data for first year, then second year, then third, then fourth and fifth. So you can do it in story ways, okay, like in kids book, right, where we have the like the books which is for very nursery students, which are very preschool students. They have more pictures instead of the text, and then it is connected one after the another. So same we have story here. We can create the story with one to the last page, which is which may have separate sheets, maybe dashboards, maybe other sheets. So here you can create the story, which will be used for your presentation time for better visualization, for one like for showing you the like a time, okay, for showing you the uh, phase by phase data, so that you can use and that you can create using this story pen. Okay, so I'm just taking you again to this interface part. Here we have this dashboard in the Tableau, wherein you can see the sheets comes into the picture and no rows and columns. Then again, after that, we have the story. We can create the stories in the Tableau, wherein all the sheets and dashboards are available. And you can use these sheets and dashboards to create the stories. Then very important that we have some data formats in the Tableau, which is defined with some icons. So these icons are defined for various data types. I'm taking this into the detail for like data types in the next session. But just for now, understand that whenever we have any data, it must have a text. It must have a type. So if you have a text, it is in this format. It is showing in this format, A, B, C. If you have a data value here, you have the icon for calendar in this. So this date formats I'll be taking in deep once I'm taking the data types in the Tableau and going ahead. This till this point, I have given you the installation, the introduction of Tableau, the installation of Tableau, the connectivity of different data set which is on different platform, different application we have connected here in the Tableau. And we have seen the GUI and navigation of this Tableau interface. So this is all from my side for the day. I'm just taking a quick test on whatever we have done today. So I hope anyone, is there any questions? I'm taking, of course, a knowledge test for you. So let's take a quick MCQ. The first one is in Tableau, which area is used to drag the dimensions and measures to create the visualization? Where we drag this, the columns, where we drag the columns to create the visualization. Is it a show me panel? Is it a marks? Is it a shells or a data pen? You can give the answer on the chat box, A, B, C, or D. Or if it is allowed, you can unmute and speak. Where we drag the columns, this just for now understand this dimension and measures as columns. So which is the area where we drag the columns to create the visualization. Let me see the chat box. Okay, so it's shells. True, very true. So the answer is C, where we drag the columns and rows. Then the next question comes here is show me panel. So I'm just showing you here. When we have this sheet, here we have done all these things, but this one show me panel is still remaining. What is the show me panel? This panel has all the types of charts. You can see pie chart, bar chart, stack chart, area chart, box and whisker plots, bullet graphs, giant chart, everything. So show me will help you to use the actual or the good chart or the better chart type for the columns and rows which you have selected. So this is a show me panel. Going to the question, the show me panel in the Tableau is used for A, B, C, and D. Yes, I can see the answers. Thank you everyone for putting your answers in the chat box. It is suggesting the suitable charts based on selected data. So whatever data you select in the columns and rows, it gets the charts gets created, and in this show me panel you will get the best chart or suitable chart that you can use for selected data. Yes, thank you so much. The answer is B. Now the last one is MCQ3, which says that what is the minimum number of fields needed to create a simple bar chart in Tableau? Minimum number of fields, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, your answers, please. True. So the answers in the chat box is very true that we are going to have at least 2 fields. One is for row, one is for column. So that is the minimum fields, minimum number of fields that we require to create the simple bar chart, right? So this is all from my side. I'm just taking a quick view for getting the features, okay? So what are the features? Just now we have seen so many things about the Tableau. So there are some key features of Tableau. The first one is it is drag and drop interface. You are not going to code anywhere. You just simply drag and drop. Then it gives you connectivity, data connectivity from various sources. You have already seen that we have PDF files, we have Excel sheets, we have Access databases. Then we can have advanced analytics here, wherein we can see the trend lines, forecast, statistics. We have here the interactive dashboards wherein we can highlight the features of whatever analysis we have done. A very important feature which we have here is mobile friendly, so you can access the dashboards on any of the devices, and it gives you the real time data. So you can even connect to the live data. That's why the second option of connectivity is the servers. So where you even connect with the live servers, real time data. So that is also a quite interesting feature which we have in the Tableau. We have some benefits of using Tableau is of course the faster insights. Then we can improve the decision making. It enhances the collaboration because of course the dashboards are widely used. It increased the efficiency. And today, for concluding this, of course, I can say that Tableau empowers everyone to explore and understand the data. It transformed the organization for data-driven powerhouse. And from here, I just want you all to start the journey of Tableau. Today, we have just connected, we have seen the interface, we have navigated in various view of Tableau application. And from here, I just want you all, and I just want to welcome you all in the journey of Tableau with me. And we will connect again for next 3 session, and I'll make sure that everyone will get the insights and able to get the insights, get the do the data visualization with Tableau. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much everyone for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the session. I hope some insights has been given to you from my side. Thank you so much everyone for joining me today.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ghazal. It's my honor and privilege to extend a warm vote of thanks as we have commenced with the faculty development program on Tableau today. So, a heartfelt thanks to you for being with us today. We are truly excited and grateful for this FDP. So today, I've understood that Tableau is more than just a tool. It's a window into meaningful insight and smarter decision. So, I mean, I was fortunate to begin this learning experience under the guidance of yours, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. You'll probably we are going to learn a lot more tomorrow and the days to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sakib. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good day.